Whenever you're ready.
Okay, well, I will say that when we get through, I will give you an opportunity at the end if there's something that we've missed that you think people should know about.
Yeah.
A story or some recollection about the history around here. We'll give you an opportunity to say that.
Okay.
If you could introduce yourself, talk about when you were born and when you came to Star.
Yeah.
If you would, please.
Yes. Whenever you're ready.
We're ready now.
You ready now?
Mm-hmm.
Well, my name is Douglas Dwayne Willis. I was born in Emmett, Idaho. My mom and dad my mom is from Kansas. My dad was from Tennessee. And I was born in 1947 in Emmett. And my dad, like I said, traveled that way and everything. And then we moved, since my dad was a POW, he had a chance, they were left from Emmett and went to Boise. And they lived off of State Street over there, and they were doing like that. Well, my dad went to school and become a barber. And he did the barbering like that. We stayed there and then moved in here. I would say, I think 1955, we moved to Star, and the house, the pink house down there in the first street is where I was raised. And that's where we started the egg farm, the 40,000 chicken egg farm.
Wow. So talk about that. I mean, if you're growing up around an egg farm, you got to have a lot of memories, a lot of stories about that.
Yeah, we like say we had an army barracks for one, and then we bought the Christian church's 3-story church over there and moved it over. And you had 3 stories worth of chickens there. And sometimes I'd go up on the top and look out during the 4th of July and see the fireworks going on. And then come down and like that. And then we built 2 other buildings, which were different types. The others, we had to go through the buildings and pick up the eggs and like that. Then we had another building on the other side that was the incubator, where we bought chickens from down in Mountain Home and that Burley and like that. We had some friends that had chickens down there, and we brought up there, and we used the incubator for the chickens and used that.
Did you have? We're talking about family. Did you have siblings? Do you have siblings?
No, I was the only child.
So,
but my mom and dad had siblings like that. But I was the only child of the family.
So growing up, you worked around the.
Yeah, I worked around collected eggs and graded them like that. There's a pink house, a building down there that was where the eggs were weighed and like that and sized out and then put in a cooler to be delivered later on.
Where did you deliver the eggs to? We
delivered to Boise, all over Nampa, Caldwell, Eagle, Star, and Emmett.
Figure out. You said 40,000 chickens.
40,000 chickens, yeah.
How many eggs a day did
I'm not really sure how many eggs a day, but we had a bunch, enough to take care of our customers. And the funny part about the customers was that I had one guy, the Holiday Inn there by the airport, called a year later after we'd quit. After 20 years, we quit. And I had the Holiday Inn call, says, can you deliver to us? No, I don't think so. And then one time I was over at the restaurant over on Overland there, which is now a prime place. And the recounters called. Can you deliver us eggs? Yeah, no problem. So I left and went over there, and they says, you didn't need to do that. You could come whenever it was. But I went ahead and delivered that.
So when did you start delivering eggs? I mean,
I would say probably I'm going to say 76 after I come back from Weaver State.
Okay. So you drove the route to deliver the eggs?
Yeah, delivered all eggs.
So growing up here in Star, what kind of, where did you go to school? Let me ask you that.
I went to Star Elementary down here. Then I went to Eagle Junior High downtown. And then I went to Meridian High School in Meridian.
Okay. What kind of stuff did you do as a kid here in town? What did you do growing up?
Well, we had a lot of times I would, going to school, I would, over to grade school, I just walk down and like that, go to school. Then junior high, junior high and high school, I would, a guy that used to work over here at the Star Merc, but he's passed on a long time ago, but I went over to the Star Merc and I'd ride up with him. And then a couple, three other guys that I knew, we'd walk down to the Star School and then get on the bus and go to high school and like that. Then I took FFA in Marion High School and worked, learned stuff like that. I even got a coat with the FFA logo on it, with my name on it.
Is there anything in particular with FAA what did you most enjoy doing with that?
I would say the eggs, was the egg farm and like that, learning, seeing the eggs and the chickens and everything, and helping, go pick them up out of the buildings and like that, and then take them in and have them go through and have them weighed and put in a box and cartons like that. We had our own cartons at Willis Egg Farm on it. We just went ahead and went into the cartons and like I say, delivered to the restaurants and stores in town.
What did you do for fun as a kid here in town?
I think what they did was pretty well. Go down to the grade school and just out walking around and bicycling, go out and play out in the field.
Did you ever go down to the abutment for the bridge?
I think we've been. I think we were down there fishing and like that.
I've heard others talk about it.
It's nice. Go down there and go fishing and like that. Then even for 4th of July stuff, going down with the fireworks.
Do you remember what community celebrations do you remember? You said 4th of July.
Well, my mom and dad, when they had one of the celebrations for, I can't remember the name of it, but we furnished the eggs for it. I think it was a breakfast. Yeah, it was the breakfast here in Star. We would furnish the eggs for the breakfast and go from there.
Were there any activities or events?
Seemed like their stuff was going on down at the grade school and around and like that.
What did you like to do during the summers? I mean, out of school, so.
I think we pretty well, worked, worked at the farm and like that, and everything. Growing up with the chickens and the eggs and like that, and just having a fun time with that during the summertime. And maybe go, like say, swimming and different things.
Just had a senior moment there. I just had it on the tip of my tongue, and it went out the window. Going to high school, junior high and high school, what were your favorite subjects?
I'm not really sure. I mean, like I said, we had history and stuff like that, but then high school, I'm just pretty well, like I said, with the FFA, with, agriculture, like that was part of it, like that. Then I got into photography out of college and like that and everything.
So you talked about the egg farm. You operated it for 20 years. So.
20-some years, and then we had a fire with the truck I drove. We had a fire, so they started. After that, then we went to Merrill's and Eagle. They had 110,000 chickens over there, and then they had a fire there, and took the whole farm out. Which you can still see the land if you go by, from the McCall exit straight through. That's part of the McCall Merrill's farm, and but then they had the fire, so they moved over in Emmett and built a building over there, a bunch of buildings like that. Then that's when I borrowed a car, or I should say a truck, borrowed a truck from them and delivered it, and we rented another one and delivered it back again. We got, during that time with the farmers, we got the Dunlaps. Part of them, they gave us, I guess, the assignment of some of their there, I guess they wanted to get, I don't know if they wanted to get out of it, but a bunch of stuff that they had, a bunch of the restaurants and stores that they let us take over, and we went from there over in Napa Cole area.
I'm familiar with Merrill's, but Dunlap's was another egg
Dunlap's
producer.
another one, yeah. They're still over there now, but they had an egg farm over there and doing things with that. So we just went ahead and did more of stuff like that.
What's your favorite memory as a kid growing up here?
I don't know, just the egg farm, delivering like that, and I still think about it because I go by the different places and think, gee, I used to deliver there and see the different people like that. Every once in a while, I used to see after I used to say we shut it down. There was different people. Oh, how you doing? What's going on? Like that. So it was a good time.
When you were growing up, did the Interdenominational Association have the tent revivals when you were a kid?
Well, I was a Christian at that time, so across the street we'd do stuff like that. Then I went to Weber State, and my late wife, we went in to be the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the Mormons, and we went to the Mormon Church after that, and still are part of the Mormon Church.
Did you ever go to dances at the Grange Hall?
We might have. I think her and I might have, and took the kids and everything.
And with Meridian being so far away, did you participate in dances and social activities at the high school?
I think I went over to high school a couple, 3 times like that, and then go to the basketballs, go over there on the buses and go to the basketball shows and like that.
Did you ever, I'm not sure with a business like an egg farm, I don't know if you would do this, but with FFA you would participate in the state fair?
Yeah, we did part of the state fair, and then I did in photography, did the state fair in Boise, and then in Napa Caldwell over there.
The county fair over there?
Both of them,
County?
Yeah. But yeah, I think we did a little bit of eggs over there.
Just a second here, I'm gonna, wrong. I'm looking at some other events that were run around here. There was the flooding in the valley, but that would have been I think that would have been before you were born, in 43, the big flood.
Yeah, big flood. We've had, problems with that now and then over there.
Are there things, obviously Star has grown a lot since you were a kid.
Yeah.
Are there anything, with that growth, was there anything that you were excited to see come to Star, or anything that stopped, that went away because of the growth that you?
Well, it's, I guess you'd say the free land and like that was nothing there. There downtown was a motel, and I noticed the Moyles, which is part of the Sun is part of it, but their old house is still sitting there. The lights on now and then, and then we've got down on the other side over there's 2 of our, I guess you'd say feed tanks still there that belong to the farm. So I go by there and see the whole time. Go, oh, those 2 tanks used to be for our chickens.
Yeah. So with all the deliveries you did. You have some pretty clear memories of where you delivered eggs and stuff, and that still sticks with you when you're driving around.
Yeah, I go by, yeah.
And as a kid, not having free land to play in, that would have had a pretty big impact, I imagine. Yeah,
we had all this land out here, and so it was nice to be able to go out and play in it.
What kind of games did you play?
Oh, just soccer, baseball, and like that.
Build forts?
And now and then.
That was one of my memories growing up is I lived in Minneapolis in an urban area, but we had areas where there were just not abandoned, but it was, they hadn't done construction on it, so there were old trees and a lot of brush, and we would go build forts in there and crawl around in the trees. So There was a game somebody mentioned. I think it was called Ditch 'em on bikes. Did you ever?
No, I don't remember that one.
It was some kind of game they would play. It was like tag, but with bikes. They would race around town.
I don't remember that one.
Just curious. I'm gonna have to. I have to. My memory's starting to go now. What's your earliest recollection of Star? I mean, what did the town look like in your earliest memory?
Well, the building next, right across from the house, there used to be a house there, and then another house on the other side, and then they had the restrooms there, the old wood restrooms.
Oh, outhouses?
Yeah, houses.
Oh, wow.
Oh, out like that over there, and then on the other side of there is used to be a building there, and then the house over here.
So you remember? I mean, it was something you saw every day when you walk out your house, see the houses across the street.
Yeah, and then across the street here, the Kirtleys had a house over here, and next to it was a church, Christian church, and next to it was another house, and then across the street over here was a house, and then it was gone, and they put another house, and then they moved the trailer house. Then next down here, there's a little garage. Well, next to it, there was nothing there, all the way down till there was really nothing. I guess to say a barn like that was nothing there. Then down, Kirtley's put the house in next to it, and on down even farther, there's other houses like that.
There were a lot of gas stations in town too, it sounds like.
Well, yeah, there was a gas station. Let's see, over here where Subway is, there used to be a gas station. Then down where the, across from there where the Star Merc is, used to be a gas station there. And next to it was my dad's barbershop. And then on down behind the Merc, that used to be a restaurant. And then by where the post office is, that used to be a gas station owned by the McDonald's. And then the fire stations here in Star, we've had about 3 or 4 of them. And then where where you get your driver's license, that house there used to be, we knew the people owned it. And then then like say down where the automotive places, that was the first. Well, no, where the fire station, the second fire station is, that used to be part of the Merc. I had a lumber company like that. Then down where the, there where the restaurant is, that used to be another gas station and everything there. And then even next to where the automotive place is, that used to be a gas station.
You've also had a lot of buildings in town that have had multiple businesses in them.
Yeah.
And right now, there's 2 that I'm thinking of. One is the gym that was associated with the Star Elementary. I don't know if was that gym in use when you were going to school there?
I think it was, yeah, because they had a gym down there. Yeah, there was a gym. Then where the antique store is, would you believe where the antique store is, and next to it used to be a restaurant. Would you believe that where the antique store is, there across from the restaurant, used to be a roller skating rink.
Oh, really? Did you go skate there?
Yeah, I went roller skating there.
That would be a fun activity, I would think.
Yeah. And then the post office, just on the side where the Merc is, on the right, no, the left side there, that was the first post office. And they moved the post office down where it is today.
You're talking about the little building behind the Merc?
Yeah, well, it's the Merc stands here, and then where the gas station is, just on the other side.
Okay.
Which would be the left side of it. That used to be where the first post office was.
Used to go. Did you go retrieve mail for your family?
Yeah.
That might. I would imagine that was a nice distraction to go up there and.
It was fun. Ride up there on a bicycle or walk over like that. But then behind the Merc, there was there was a restaurant there, and they've pretty much closed it down.
And Sam's or Sammy's?
Yeah, Sam's.
Club.
Sam, yeah. That used to be a different one. Then next to where the car wash is, there's a house there that's something else now, and that used to be owned by the Kirtleys, or the Lindsays, I guess. You used to go and you go by, you would see a big fancy grand piano. But all that stuff like that, like I said, we've had about 3 or 4 fire stations and like that.
I'm sort of, I need to think a little bit more, but is there other, I do know there was an auction house here in town. A lot of people used to come and visit.
I'm not sure where that one is, unless it was out on the other side of town.
And then, you said the antique store. You mentioned
yeah, antique store. That's it. Then Moyles had their milk. I should say milk. Their mink farm, all the mink and everything. It'd go out.
Yeah, it's I've heard. I think there were a couple of different mink operations here in town. They had the big one, and then
the big one. Yeah.
And then the other thing I've heard a lot about is mint.
Yeah. We had mint farms all over.
And then
I think we still do today.
Yeah, there was a mint distillery around here somewhere.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Do you know where that was?
It seemed like it was up above Star Road on over on the other side there.
Is there anything? I mean, that other things that you can think of that people should know about Star, either from growing up or how it's changed?
It's changed a lot. Like say, all of the elementary school's been wiped out and restarted, and like I said, we're putting in Jackson's down here, where it used to be. My grandmother used to have a trailer house up there, and we knew another house there was where we knew the people that lived there.
A lot of changes, a lot more
like
people,
a
lot of traffic.
Yeah, a lot of traffic, and the road has been widened and everything.
Excuse me. Getting over a cold.
Yes.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to. I'm kind of drawing a blank. Mm-hmm. But.
One of the ones that we had asked last time was about the seasons. And
yeah. What were the seasons like here?
Just about like it is still. We've had, it seemed like this year and everything, we got everything comes around this way, from around like that, and it just seems like it's this season with the snow and the rain and the wind all the time. And I've always wondered out here why we have wind machines, but everything's in Twin Falls. Idaho Falls, nothing here. And even in Ontario and Pitt like that, there's nothing here. But it seemed like the seasons were always, warm and cold and wet.
Do you have a favorite season?
I like summer and like that. Go out and like that.
As a kid, get out and play.
Yeah, get out and play and have fun and doing things like that.
Is there a good time of year for a chicken farm? I mean, a egg farm?
I would say probably springtime, because in the summertime it's hot. Your chickens would be, eating a lot and drinking a lot.
Yeah, I'd imagine the houses, the coops were hot places to work.
Hot, yeah, for sure. Like that, being hot and everything. But I'd say probably spring. Then you'd have to open it up to like that.
I'm going to look one more time here, because he reminded me of something. So you grew up here, went into broadcasting, went back to Chicago. What brought you back to Star?
Oh, just to come back, to help Mom and Dad out. And then I helped like that. And then I got a while in whim and went down to Weber State and went into broadcasting there and photography too. And like that, met my wife down there, which she passed away in January of this year.
I'm sorry
and like that. And I did a little bit around here, but then I just somehow went into the 20-some years of delivering the eggs and like that. And then I went to Micron, and then I went over to Nampa, the electronics place over there, and then I've been working for the O'Reillys, doing hub work.
So you do like driving, don't you?
Yeah, I like driving all over because, like I said, I see the memories and everything of, what's going on like that, and the, time and like that, how time goes by with time and everything.
And you see the changes.
Yeah.
Oop. We have some company.
Yes, it's my grandson.
Yep. Well, I think if you'd like to add something, you can. But I think we're done.
Okay, this is April. So
Hello, April.
you got any questions you can ask her?
I'm the middle daughter.
Oh, there's something I didn't ask about your kids.
Yes, this is my middle daughter.
You grew up here?
I did, born and raised.
Good place to raise a family,
Yes.
Doug?
Yes. Still raising them here. And all my oldest daughter, Sarah, brings her son down, and they bring dinner and lunch and help the kids out. The kids are going to school here and like that. The oldest daughter, who's 16, she's going to Eagle High School.
That's Abby
There she
right
is.
here. That's
Yeah.
my daughter.
And then April with her 3 kids, and then my youngest, Deanna, she's got 2 kids and like that. So they all get together and have a little school here. My wife used to teach them, and April now is a teacher here, and Sarah helps out too. She's the principal.
The middle, or the youngest, Deanna, his youngest daughter, she got the farthest away. She got to Middleton. All the rest of us have stayed right here.
Well, it's wonderful to have family close, though.
It is. Every day, Monday through Friday, and then we take lunch and dinner over to there.
Yeah, we do. We're
Oh,
a pretty
okay.
close family.
Yeah.
We make sure Dad's fed, and we do Monday through Thursdays. We all have meals here at this house and at Mom and Dad's house, and then Fridays my older sister cooks and Papa delivers it to us. We just live over on the other side of Star.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Saturdays I make dinner and he delivers it to everybody. And then on Sundays.
So now you're delivering food,
Yeah,
too.
deliver food too. Delivered eggs and auto parts and food.
Well, Doug, thank you very much for
You
your
betcha.
time.
No
And
problem.
I will tell you that one of the things that Lynn does, she's writing up transcripts and all the interviews. She will give you a transcript, and if there's something that you want to correct or add, she will give you that opportunity.
Right. If you got anything else you need, let me know through her.
That will do. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.